annual inflation reached 55.3% in March from 47.6% in February, driven by an increase in the price of food and non-alcoholic beverages. The Zimbabwe Statistics Agency reported today that inflation had dipped 0.5 percentage points on a monthly basis from the February rate of 5.4%. Now ZTN Prime's business correspondent Eben Mabunda joins us live for insights. Good evening, Eben. What do these figures mean?
Good evening. This, of course, is telling us that the cost of living in Zimbabwe is very much on the uptick, with the prices of basic commodities moving in an upward trajectory. However, experts contend that these blended inflation statistics do not give a truer picture of the situation on the ground, because when you look at the extent of inflation in Zimbabwe dollar terms, it is way higher than the 55% that is indicated by the blended inflation statistics. Of note is just how the Zimbabwe dollar has depreciated significantly. In the first 3 months of 2024, it has shed more value against the United States dollar, way more than we saw the ZIM dollar moving in 2023 in its entirety. So hence the figures that we're seeing here, of course, reflecting the growth in money supply and several other factors that are need urgent address in Zimbabwe.
Senior government officials this week visited Zimbabwe's Walvis Bay, a dry port in Namibia, which is now operating at above 50% to ensure that it is fully capacitated to play a pivotal role in facilitating trade in the region and local industry. The dry port was commissioned by President Mnangagwa in 2019 as part of the government's drive to stimulate economic growth by expanding Zimbabwe's access to the international market and boost international trade. The Walvis Bay dry port provides a strategic gateway to the Atlantic Ocean and easier access to markets in North and South America, West Africa and Europe. It gives Zimbabwean traders the scope to import and export directly to and from these markets. Transport and Infrastructural Development Permanent Secretary Engineer Joy Makumbe, who led a delegation for the Consultative Strategic Public Partnership, spoke to ZTN correspondent Freeman Razemba.
We are here to make sure that this dry port is capacitated, because we need to see more activity happening in this place. The team, I led a delegation to this dry port that comprised of the Airports Company of Zimbabwe and also National Handling Services, who are directly in charge to make sure that things happen in the dry port.
Local Government and Public Works Ministry has approved the Walvis City Council's 2024 budget of $37 million. In a letter to Walvis City Council, the ministry's permanent secretary, Dr. John Basera, said the budget must meet some conditions before it is finally gazetted. However, he said the council must give a plan for updating area audits to comply with the Public Finance Management Act and the Urban Councils Act. Dr. Basera also said stringent monitoring of these issues and those on the call to action blueprint will be done at least quarterly during the year. Zimbabwe under-21 rugby national team coach Sean D'Souza has expressed satisfaction with his team's preparations for the 2024 Bats Trophy to be played in Harare next month.
Zimbabwe under-20 rugby national team coach Sean D'Souza is satisfied with his team's preparations for the 2024 Bathurst Trophy, which will be played in Harare in April. The junior Sables fell to a 21-14 defeat to under-20 club champions Pitbulls in the third place playoff at the Nedbank Rugby Challenge Cup, which is part of their preparations for the Bathurst Trophy.
It's a platform where we use we select our squad for the Junior Sables high performance team going into the Bathurst Trophy end of the month. So yeah, we've selected our 35-man squad from this event. Now we've got to narrow it down to 25 and then get ready for Tunisia in 4 weeks' time. It's definitely important. For the Junior Sables, it's not about the win. It's about getting the experience and getting the exposure. The prize money is definitely something that's good, that comes into play. It gives the senior players something to play for and gives us, the junior team, a bit of competition. And that's the competition and physicality that we need going into the Bathurst Trophy.
The Junior Sables go into the tournament as favourites, having won the last 2 editions of the Barthes Trophy, and will have home advantage as they gun for a 3-peat.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.